ahead and get started. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us as we celebrate the great accomplishments of these students that we have before us tonight. Normally, our Tails celebration is actually a Tails assembly, and it takes place during the day with the entire student body plus all of our parent guests. However, with the uncertainty of this year at the beginning, normally takes place in October, we were unable to have it face-to-face, but we wanted to do everything we could to recognize our students face-to-face, rather than just handing them their packets and telling them congratulations. So we watched and we monitored, and as things got a little better, we started to look at dates, and then, wouldn't you know it, spring arrives, along with spring activities and spring sports. And I don't know if you've ever noticed the high school calendar, but it gets really busy really quickly. So here we are tonight. And we are hopeful that our students that are here with us tonight really truly recognize the amount of work that it has taken for them to get here. Lebanon High School has had the honor of awarding students with the Teacher Academic Letter of Excellence to their students who have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.75. And tonight we have the honor of recognizing 234 sophomores, juniors, and seniors for this outstanding achievement. As you might notice, it doesn't look quite like 234 here on the floor tonight, because there were several who were unable to attend due to prior engagements. Go back to that spring schedule in high school that I referred to a moment ago. So it's my hope that as they sit here tonight and watch their friends and also themselves be recognized, that they recognize that hard work and they continue it forward as they strive for excellence with the remainder of their high school career. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium our Student Council Executive President, Ms. Keely Riggs.
Thank you. Please stand as we honor our nation with the national anthem performed this evening by Lebanon High School choir keepers under the direction of Mr. Max Jackson, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Thank you, Keely. Now, I have the privilege and honor to introduce our guest speaker for this evening. Mrs. Amanda Goodwin is the 2021-2022 Lebanon High School Teacher of the Year. Mrs. Goodwin serves as one of our outstanding science teachers here at Lebanon High School, and during her time here, she has proven herself to be a dependable, hardworking, and dedicated member of our team. Her passion for helping students and leading her colleagues exemplifies the highest of standards. Mrs. Goodwin has spent many hours serving as one of our PBIS coaches, which has helped hundreds of students across our campus. Additionally, she has worked countless hours to help build our science programs to what they are here at LHS, and has volunteered with the archery team, wilderness activities club, and softball. When she's not serving here at LHS, Mrs. Goodwin enjoys spending time with her family at church, camping, fishing, kayaking, and hunting. She's been married to her husband Alan for 18 years, and they have 3 awesome kids, Abby, Colton, and Wesley. Another fun fact about Mrs. Goodwin is that she loves bluegrass music and can play multiple instruments. In fact, she plays the upright bass in a family band with her father and niece. Mrs. Goodwin is the type of person that we can all look up to and aspire to be like. Please help me in welcoming the LHS Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Amanda Goodwin.
Thank you, Dr. O'Quinn. Thank you all for being here tonight. Isn't it awesome that we get to be here in person to recognize these awesome students? My name is Amanda Goodwin. I teach science here at the high school. When I found out that I was Teacher of the Year last June, I was immediately nervous because I knew that part of my responsibility as Teacher of the Year would be to deliver this speech. And usually this is done, like Dr. O'Quinn said, during the day with the entire student body and all of my colleagues, which means a lot of people would be staring at me. That made me nervous. So when I'm nervous about something, it usually keeps me up at night. 3 a.m. Last June, I wrote my speech. Because I was up, because I was nervous, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. The speech that I wrote in June talked about how awesome all of you students were, and what a good job you've done by earning this recognition. But most of it was directed toward the students who weren't on the floor. And I just was trying to inspire them to hopefully be where you were next year, right? Because why would you guys need a speech? You don't need to be inspired. You're already doing the hard work that landed you in those seats, and I wanted to try to get them there as well. So about 10 days ago, I got the news that the plans had changed, and my speech that I had ready was no longer going to work for this audience. I needed a new speech, and in education it happens a lot, you just have to roll with it. So I started trying to write the speech. I was at a loss. Like I said, you guys, you have it together. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. Why else? What else could I do or say to inspire you further? So I was racking my brain trying to figure out what I wanted to say, but nothing came to me. Nothing came to me, so there have been a lot of sleepless nights over the last 10 days. So here's what I came up with. Are you ready? You don't have to participate in speaking. Thank you. That's what I came up with. Thank you. Thank you for being students who value your education, students who work hard no matter what. You all had one of the biggest excuses in the book. You have earned this award during a pandemic, a crazy hybrid schedule, and change after change to what normal high school looks like. You could have used that as a reason to not do your best, but you didn't. You stayed the course, and you did what was required of you, and you did it without complaint. At least most of the time. So, thank you. Parents, I want to say thank you to you as well. I have a daughter receiving this award, I have a daughter receiving this award tonight, and I can say right now, I am starting to understand the animals who eat their young. Teenage years are tough, right? But seriously, I know the struggle of watching your child struggle. It isn't easy to see them stress into the late hours, studying for tests or stressing over presentations, but you have raised children who have the wherewithal to succeed, so thank you. Thank you for raising kids with respect, responsibility, and grit. Thank you for not letting them lean on the excuses they so easily could have and instead required excellence. When we have high expectations for our children, I believe our children will rise up and meet them every time. So thank you. Students, don't slow down, don't stop. Seniors, you are preparing to either enter the workforce or college or both. Take the lessons of endurance that you have learned here and keep applying them. Underclassmen, don't slow down. You have 1 or 2 years of high school left. Challenge yourself to keep earning this award for each and every one of those years. I know there are things in school and life that can make even the simplest tasks seem like they are undoable. But I can tell you from personal experience that you can do it. Just because something is difficult doesn't mean you should give up. In fact, the goals in our life that are the most important and the most difficult to attain are the ones worth fighting the hardest for. So keep fighting, and once again, to all the TAILS recipients and their parents, I say thank you.
welcome to the podium LHS drama teacher, Miss Amara Marshall, who will be reading the names this evening. At this time, we will begin our name reading. Students will enter the stage this way, and then you'll pick up your packets on this side. Just don't forget that, please. Good evening. Please hold your applause until all of the names have been read. Abram Barker, Emma Beal, Kerrigan Bean, Mason Bauman, Rebecca Brown, Bailey Caruth, Miley Chastain, Samuel Cooper, Easton Cromer, Justin Dameron, Michelle DeWitt, Allison Drennan, Luke Elliott, Sierra Elmore, Ethan Greenwood, Maya Huff, Maddie J, Rory Jenkins, Grace Johnson, Aiden Jones, Cheyenne Kerperin, Kennedy Kirby, Destiny May, Peyton Mitchell, Catherine Mizell, Blaine Miser, Ethan Odell, Timothy Pruitt, Gracie Reed, Ryder Rhodes, Keely Riggs, Hallie Ritchie, Michaela Scharnhorst, Catherine Schneider, Chloe Shivers, Selena Smith, Rebecca Triplett, Drew Truelove, Sean Wares, Jade Westergaard, Emily Westerman, Colin Wilson, Abigail Allen, Joshua Allen, Owen Antoseski, Emily Burns, Jaden Collins, Skylar Connor, David Cook, Ashton Coriel, Adeline Cottingham, Alexis Curl, Caitlin Darst, Audrey Dow, Emily Duenas Gonzalez, Dallas Edson, Maya Elliott, Greycloth, Cameron Fowler, Caitlin Frank, Adam Jennings, Madison Gladden, Shelby Halstead, Brooke Harrell, Libby Hayes, Caitlin Hopkins, Emma Huff, Peyton Hudson, Caden Hyatt, Dylan Jameson, Jadesa James, Peyton Jewell, Logan Johnston, Richard Kearns, Reese Clemming, Delaney Creechy, Hannah Lane, Emmeline Ledbetter, Brandy Leifer, Jordan Lester, Reagan McCowan, Trevor Mintz, Emily Moe, Kerrigan Moore, Sophia Murphy, Caleb Nail, Jaden Norris, Brandon Perry, Reese Rhodes, Sydney Richardson, Taylor Rodden, Kenton Rubel, Matthew Scott, Elena Semch, Jared Singh, Brandon Stewart, Natalie Snyder, Rainier Sodi, Avery Stevens, Reagan Tucker, Case Warson, Gracie Waterman, Peyton Weiner, Sydney Wilson, Dakota Windsor, Hava Yesa, Bryn York, Scarlett Anderson, Parker Anthony, Brooklyn Arthur, Kyla Boggs, Andrew Bowling, Kyler Branch, Autumn Cayley, Shepelis, Hannah Christian, Olivia Clifton, Addison Collins, Cameron Compton, Abby Combs, Kelby Connor, Katie Crisp, Hannah Curtis, Kelsey Dougherty, Emma Davis, Blake Deckard, Alton Dickerson, Paul Dubose, Cole Dustin, Sophie Evans, Austin Garrison, Abigail Goodwin, Chloe Gottman, Gunnar Gress, Adelaide Hendricks, Eliana Henry, Samuel Henson, Elijah Hinson, Corey Huff, Harrison J, Ella Johnson, Griffin Jones, Neva King, Alexandria Leffler, Bailey Lawrence, Kara Lawrence, Cameron Luthi, Carly Miller, Reed Milliken, Gracie Mills, Caden Mowry, Amelia Norris, Brooklyn O'Kane, Macy Offit, Cross Pizzetti, Aubrey Copes, Rayleigh Quick, Caleb Ray, Jalen Ray, Eliana Richards, Sadie Rink, McKinley Rodden, Kane Sherrill, Addie Shoemaker, Grace Simpson, Jackson Slavins, Gavin Smith, Caden Southern, Hayden Starnes, Anna Stevens, Destiny Stokes, Abigail Tapp, Joseph Teetsy, Cash Vickers, Waterman. Julian Wells. Now you can give all of these students a round of applause. Again, congratulations to all of our students on their hard work. If you look at your program, it will denote how many years some of these students have received this. Many of our students this is their third time receiving this award. So a huge congratulations to all of you on the floor tonight. Thank you parents and families for the support that you give. And this concludes our Tails Assembly. Have a good night and drive safe.